Facebook Live. Hello, and welcome to another Tuesday night Sound Goblin stream. I am, as always, Bograt or Josh.
I am Shiv, a great and powerful wizard.
I am the Krampus, so single-handedly responsible for most of the demerits of our hall.
And I am Vincent. I'm way too tired to actually think of a damn joke at the moment.
So tonight we're going to be doing some Spellbreak. This is a closed alpha, as you can see at the bottom down here. This is alpha version 0.18.341, so the things you see tonight may not be reflective of the finalized game. But as of today, the NDA on this game has been lifted. I've actually been in the alpha for this game for about a month and a half now, and played a bit of it. So it's a Battle Royale style game wherein you play wizards. That being the case, it has some interesting things going on that we'll talk about a bit here, just before we pop into our first game. So, start off, you can have a bunch of different character default skins you can choose. None of these really have any particular differences or anything. They're just how you want your character to look. I tend to like running with this look, just personal preference. One of the interesting things that this game does is when you start every round, you actually choose two classes to be, and the classes each have specific boosts. So like Bulwark, which is what I tend to play a lot as, if you have any armor, you regen 5 armor every 10 seconds, which is quite nice. After taking damage, you regen 40% of that damage over 20 seconds, but any further damage taken stops that regen. These are all, so these things here, the Inner Peace, Manivore, and Transference, are all things you can get. This first one is your default ability you get just for being in that class, and the rest of these are things you can get. And then there's Conduit, which is much more about being fast and doing lightning stuff. So you increase sprint speed by 20%, but you don't, if you attack or take damage, that's canceled out for a while. Your lightning bolts have a 25% chance to leave behind a ball of lightning that strikes nearby players. I don't like this as much because it's necessitated on you actually getting lightning bolts. After using your rune, 5 fire arcs of lightning towards the nearest target for 20 damage. So we'll get into runes once we actually start running here, so on and so forth. But yeah, each of these things has different abilities, and you get a combination of 2. You cannot change them mid-round, but every round you play, you get to choose 2 of them. There's a shop, but that's nothing just yet. So one other thing about this game is that it was on Steam for a while for the alpha, but as of this particular NDA release kind of thing, they also switched over to the Epic Games Store. And yeah, the only other thing is, so this one has solos, duos, and squads. We're going to start off with solos, so I don't disappoint anybody but myself when I inevitably die horribly. Because, preemptive warning, I'm not great at shooter games in general, and pretty absolutely terrible at battle royales.
So here's the most important question. What's the Mozambique of this game?
Mozambique.
Apex Legends, which is another battle royale that came out like a week ago, has a shotgun pistol called the Mozambique, which is basically meat and trash.
So the thing about this game is that there's not actually, at least in my experience, so there's only like, I think, 5 different gauntlet types, and none of them are actually terribly different than the others. And so yeah, I typically do Bulwark and Scavenger. Just Scavenger is anytime you open a chest, you get an additional rare or better item.
Okay.
But I think we're actually going to do Bulwark and Scholar. So Scholar's default is that runes cool down quicker. So you actually have a default attack when you don't have any gear picked up. You do also have mana, which everything you do costs mana. So you do have a limit to your actual fire ability. So there's a bunch of portals spread around the world, and once the portals go active, you choose where you want to spawn from, which portal you want to take, and that's when you drop in.
Via Peter Pan, not flight.
You're a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
Falling with style.
He just doesn't believe in gravity.
He has no sense of what's right or wrong.
Or up or down.
So one thing that's cool to note, you start off with a double jump.
Nice.
That's just a default thing that basically all wizards can do.
But now I'm going to want to start with triple jump.
There are a pair of boots called the Boots of Leaping that give you a third jump.
Then only an air power up for a quad jump. It's just kind of an arms race of jumping.
So I have gotten my first upgrade ability there. So I took Manivore, which is just 30% of damage I take comes out of my mana rather than my health, as long as I have mana to feed it. It's kind of a pretty decent ability on Bulwark. Not exactly the best, but not terrible. Ooh, crap. And I died.
He had better magic than you.
Well, yes, he actually found a weapon.
Yes. We were following the trail of his open
Yeah.
chests.
So just to show it off, before we go into the next round, I'll actually drop into the practice field just so I can kind of show how this game works. So all the weapons are gauntlets,
Okay.
and they have their, rating structure. There's common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. And then they all have different elements. So there's toxic, lightning, wind, stone, flame, and frost. So, for the most part, the only real major difference, so like we'll grab a common and an uncommon frost gauntlet. Generally, the only major difference is like the amount of damage they do.
Okay.
But so that's the common one. That's the uncommon one. So again, they're not super different. And frost attacks do actually leave ice patches bound, so you slide. But the other thing that's interesting to note is you actually have 2 weapon slots.
2 hands.
So rather than having to switch weapons, you actually have access at all times to both of your weapons, whichever weapons you have.
So if you get a third one, do you just drop the previous one, or?
You do technically have an inventory, but you do tend to drop them if they're lower quality. So like here's what Flame Gauntlet does. But the other thing that's interesting is that every weapon, you'll notice they're down in the bottom right there, there's like a cooldown counter going on.
Uh-huh.
So there's the standard frost attack. There's the secondary, which is triggered on the cooldown. Meanwhile, flame attack, also interesting. Hitting ice patches with a flame attack turns them into water puddles that are steam, that are hot, which actually, hurts you.
Interesting.
Fire, secondary attack. Creates just like a blazing field off in the distance. And then after the steam is done, it is just a pool of water, which if you're standing in water and get hit with lightning, it does extra damage.
That makes thematic sense.
So we've got Stone Gauntlet here, which is... So as you can see, since I picked up a Legendary Stone Gauntlet, but I already had a Legendary equipped, it did not actually automatically drop my Flame Gauntlet. And I can keep my Flame Gauntlet in my inventory, or I can drop it. I do only have 4 slots for inventory, and potions take up slots like that as well. Wrong. Anyways. So now I've got a Stone Gauntlet and a Wind Gauntlet. Stone is actually one of my favorites. That's the regular stone attack. I do believe the actual level of the stone does actually change how far that goes. Maybe not.
No.
Again, this is in alpha, so they do kind of keep changing things up. So there's the wind secondary attack, which just creates a giant tornado which draws people in and does damage. Here's the regular wind attack, which just fires incredibly quickly. And that's the stone secondary attack.
Okay.
It's just a giant boulder that sort of explodes.
So you throw a rock at them.
Yep. It's a big rock. Okay, so we're going to run back over here. We're going to drop this. And so finally we've got lightning, which, as you can see, when I hit those water puddles, everything in the puddle gets electrocuted. And toxic, which does leave behind little sort of poison puddles, which also spread electricity.
Yes.
That is the lightning secondary attack. Poison secondary attack. It's just a big gas bomb.
Okay.
Can you poison yourself?
Oh, yeah. So additionally, you have 3 different equipment types. There are amulets. Here's something else. Shoes. And belts. And these, again, come in just sort of the standard things. So, like the base level, student's belt just reduces incoming damage by 5%, which is pretty good for the common level stuff. But then you get extra stuff like Constitution, which increases your health, Runic Speed, which reduces cooldown time, Reinforced Belt, which I believe is just more, amount of armor, basically doubles any armor you gain. And then Armored Belt, which is just some armor amount. Like, they go all the way up and then, have different things and different stuff. But then, the last thing to really talk about, and so each of the stuff does different kind of things. So, boots tend to be more movement focused. So, like, rubber boots protect you against electricity, but slow you down. Boots of the mouse mean you are quieter when you walk. Leading all the way up to what I was talking about. So, there's padded shoes, which means you are, like, completely silent when you walk. Boots of leaping, which give you a third jump. And the phasing boots.
I assume these ones are teleport.
Yeah, if I can remember how to do it. Oh, no, it's just every 10 seconds you gain stealth. I think those used to be like a sort of teleport jump thing, but...
Then they probably encountered too much boundary breaking and said screw it.
No, they just moved it to the Shadow Step rune.
Oh, okay.
So runes are a third ability type you get that is separate from your attack spells. And each of them is sort of a utility thing. So, you get like Wolf's Blood rune. The one I picked up, which is the Shadow Step rune. Which phases you into the Shadow Realm. Sort of dashes you forward a bit. And lets you
Oh, the purple one.
kind of do things. So runes, you may notice, only go up to purple. There aren't actually legendary runes as far as I'm aware. Blinking Rune does not actually phase you into the Shadow Realm like the Shadow Rune does, but has a much shorter cooldown on it. But yeah, so that's kind of what the big thing is, that there's runes, there's equipment, and there's your spells. Your active abilities are your 2 spells and your runes, and each gauntlet type has a basic attack and a sort of special attack. The one thing to note is the the secondary attacks are purely on the cooldowns. They do not actually take mana. The regular attacks do take mana. So essentially you have ammo on your base attacks, but not on your specials, but your specials are on cooldowns, and the cooldowns are essentially based on sort of whatever your... each secondary has a different type of cooldown.
Yeah.
Screw it. Let's do a squad.
Yes, bring others down to our level.
So I'll probably play a few rounds of this. I'll give you guys a chance to play some too if you're interested. I haven't played this a whole ton just because A, I'm not that good at Battle Royale games, and B, the fact that I'm the only one of our group that's currently in the closed alpha makes it less interesting to play when I don't have a group to play with and have to be grouped with puggies all the time.
There was technically a refer a friends link.
There is. I don't know if it actually works or not. That is like a brand new thing. I think that just went out with this particular wave of. So we're gonna go back to my standard bulwark scavenger.
What are the rings?
I don't actually know.
The random teleport spots.
The portals.
Does make it kind of odd if they squad, where you don't necessarily have the ability to all drop in the same place.
You do, but you don't. It's.
Whee!
Yeah, so when you're in squads or duos, rather than just immediately dying, you go do fading away. They can revive you.
Yeah.
You go into your wizard cocoon.
For some reason, this guy is still shooting at me. I'm not sure why.
Can the wizard cocoon not be prematurely broken?
No.
Okay.
There's quite literally no reason to be shooting my corpse like that.
It appears you gain XP on the classes that you play.
Yes.
This does what?
I wouldn't know. I've never actually leveled one up because they do reset it pretty frequently during the alpha as they change things. So, and I haven't played this that much through the alpha phase. I mean, here's the thing. So as far as the doing squads and the sort of teleport beacon kind of thing is, so if you're playing with a squad you're communicating with, you can absolutely choose to all spawn in the same place because those aren't actually individual.
Oh, okay.
You can spawn from the same one somebody else spawned from. It's just usually not a good idea if you're doing like solos because that means you're going to be right on top of somebody.
I was wondering if they're like one use because they gray out as you're going.
They change color to show you that somebody has used that one.
Okay.
Gives you it essentially gives you the tactical option to choose whether or not you want to do some different stuff here. Sure, why not? Crackshot, Stoneshaper.
What's Crackshot?
Crackshot is basically bonuses for more for better like targeting. So, like, I clicked one of the ones that was grayed out, and it's... I can still go to that one. It's just, again, it's just letting you know that somebody has already picked that one, so it may not be the brightest idea to also pick that one.
I see. You have a legendary amulet?
Yes. So I got a amulet of the leech, which is I get 30% of my HP.
You
of
have Pal Steel.
Yeah.
We don't have a fancy weapon yet, but we have...
I've got a gauntlet.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I've got a stone gauntlet.
Okay.
It's common, but...
Hey, weapon's a weapon.
Yep. And I'm a Stoneshaper, so...
Yeah. Even the Mozambique is useful when you're first dropping.
You got a pretty strong punch.
I assume it's the person's on your team.
Yes, that is why they have the indicator above them
Okay.
with the thing. It shows that they're my teammates. Likewise, we can see where the other two on our team are, which is off in the distance that way.
There, out in the darkness, a wizard is running.
So since the
There is inherent voice chat, by the way. I have it turned off because fuck that.
Yep.
so the stone gauntlet does like a trail along the ground.
Yes.
Will that not hit jumping people?
If they're in their first jump, it usually will. Second jump, it will go under them.
Okay.
But it's a timing thing, mostly.
Frost gauntlet.
But again, that's part of why you have two weapons. So you can do things like, they're jumping around a lot. Well, I'm going to use my other shot versus...
I'm going to use my wind shot for reasons.
Also, you do have this thing saying open your scroll menu.
Yeah, I know. So flesh to stone is certainly a thing.
Since your armor and max armor to
200, but your health is 10.
Yeah.
Your max health is 10.
You got a bunch of armor though. Blink around.
Yeah. So the chests do technically have types that they'll tell you, like, that was a gauntlet chest, which means it's going to be more likely to have better gauntlets in it. They will usually have stuff that is not specifically of their exact type. But the best stuff out of them will always be.
Okay, you have your typical closing circle.
Yep.
Yep. Of course, the circle is the most holy of all magic symbols.
I was hoping for a clothing octagon.
The dodecahedron is diminishing.
Diminishing dodecahedrons.
You're doing that thing where you don't want to put the lips on the potion bottle. You don't know who's used it before.
It could be dirty.
Let me get a swig of that.
I assume you're drinking some sort of armor potion.
Yes. So it's the darker blue bar above my health is my armor.
Yeah. He's got a bar that's like literally strapped onto his his health bar. Ah, the wizard face.
That looks like a perfectly safe bridge.
Yeah,
Bridges are never
it's probably fine.
Well, let's roll at least.
Did it give you a da sound?
I think that's the sound that says his teammate's been killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yellow triangle has been defeated.
Yellow triangle.
You lost teammate 3 sides. You still have teammate 4 sides and teammate 5 sides.
Also, the advantage of drinking with your frost potion or your frost gauntlet hand. Always a cool drink.
Need a hot beverage? Get a fire gauntlet.
You know, I could literally turn a man to ice with this. I just made it to chill my Dr. Peppers.
Okay, what'd you make the stone one for?
Killing.
So it is important to note that Stoneshaper actually works incredibly well with Bulwark. Because you get that
You get that
200 armor and so on. And as long as you have armor, you
regen.
slowly regen armor.
That's a thing.
Yep.
I have no idea what this magic circle is.
No, that fits in a couple seconds.
You'll see in a second.
Surprise!
Boom.
It's a sphere of annihilation.
Ah. It's a belt.
Yep.
That's incredibly fancy for a belt.
So that will give you basically a guaranteed purple or orange, essentially. But it takes a while to activate, as you saw.
Your other teammate, united at last.
I better still going.
No, there's a wind gauntlet, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, he ditched his stone gauntlet for the wind one.
Yeah.
On the great wizarding battlefield.
It's a room chest.
My God. Shoes.
Good shoes.
They do things.
Most of the student stuff is just like a slight damage reduction. So these are sprint speed is increased by like 10%. It's not the student stuff is not great.
Is that literally a treasure chest?
Yes, but not a magical treasure chest.
We don't care about non-wizard chests. If the chest can't eat you, it's not a good chest. Oh. They are fighting.
So they are.
That guy.
Yep. So yeah, the reason why you stick around when people are orbed is because they will drop their stuff when they die, but there's no real way to pop it early. Attacking it doesn't do anything.
And you couldn't revive?
Hmm?
Or that guy could revive you?
That wasn't someone on his team.
That was that was an enemy.
Yeah.
That's one.
All right, I'll probably do one more match and then let one of you play if you want.
Alright. Alright, a great and powerful wizard will accept your challenge.
You're just gonna get Tyranids everywhere.
Dear. It's wrong character.
No, no, no. He's going to make everything echo and smell a little bit.
Behold, the ultimate powerful wizard. Minor annoyances. You may find that it is now either 5 degrees hotter or 5 degrees cooler. And your food is spoiled.
All of it.
Wizard!
My sandwiches!
Now, mind you, none of these were what he was actually trying to do.
Of course not. These are just the random gifts you get from being in the presence of a wizard.
So notably, the default ability of Stoneshaper is that targets lose an additional 20% armor when damaged.
Does extra armor damage.
Yeah. But yeah. So default bulwark, which is regen 5 armor every 10 seconds as long as you have any armor, is really good with Stoneshaper if you pick up you have 10 health but 200 armor.
Wow, they really like the left side of the map this time.
Yep.
Which of course means aim as right as possible.
I'm coming to the party and I've brought wizard streamers!
So you have to remain in it or just activate it?
just activate it. It just takes some time.
It's also very loud. I'm assuming everyone around you can hear when.
Well, I mean, they
It's
saw
all
the giant fucking
ball
red
of
beam.
light where it is, so. You got a skill point.
2 skill points.
Oh.
Excellent.
So when you die, do you drop skill points or is it just
No.
gone? Okay.
Skill points are just skill points. They are only for your usage. So, I'm going to inner piece. Flesh to stone.
Now to figure out how to do sticks to snakes.
It sticks.
I mean, we'll need to do some dragon slaying later, so it's kind of a given.
Now I'm going to go try and find my teammates so as to not die horribly.
Alright, still playing squats.
Yep.
Yes. You should be fine. You have 10 health.
I mean, I have 2 under armor, but
Yeah.
more importantly.
Now, are there any attacks that do straight health damage or ignore armor?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Armor is armor. There is stuff that can like pierce armor, but armor is still somewhat effective. It's just you can ignore X amount of it essentially.
Mm.
No ability to mantle.
Nope.
Tiny wizard arms. You can't do that.
A gauntlet chest. Giving me
Okay, we have a wizard gun.
Toxic gauntlet.
Yep. And that's a frost gauntlet, so I don't actually care. I'm gonna check and see what's over here. A rune chest. Ah, Shadowstone rune. Excellent. And a stone gauntlet, which I will gladly take.
Might as well. Even if all you do is throw a big exploding rock at people.
Well, that's the secondary, actually. I'm quite fond of the primary of stone.
Where are the other people on your team?
Over this way.
Ah.
So one of the annoying things is those indicators actually only show up if you're not headed directly for them.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Ah, last chance.
Yep. Last chance with a 90-second cooldown, so it can happen more than once.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, blue circle.
Yeah, what a shocker. The dude from my team who was out there on his own fucking died.
Aren't you also technically out on your own?
Yes, but I'm running towards my teammates. He was kind of fucking around.
I'm assuming the game is smart enough that when you're picking up a gauntlet of a higher tier, but of the same class that you already have, it'll just replace the one you got.
You specifically have to hold down F to replace.
Ah, okay.
The pickup key is F.
We are walking on water.
Walking on sunshine. Oh.
Not quite yet. The balloon wasn't that bad.
Ah, you found your people.
Quan Su, dudes!
Harry Potter, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Woo!
Other tower. Ah, so you're also in Fuego. Can someone with an ice or wind or other thing put you out if you are in Fuego?
Don't know. Never tried that.
Oh, okay then.
Seems like a thing that would possibly happen, just because this game does actually really do a lot of interaction stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how magica does this game get? 'Cause it's pretty magica so far. Not that it's a bad thing. Also, is there friendly wizard fire?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
You can't be frozen there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the frost golem. It freezes. Oh. Oh no!
The bright side, that one health you have left is a much more significant portion of your health.
Yep.
10%.
Yeah. 20 experience that time.
Yep. All right. Somebody else take around here. I'm gonna go pee.
What are the controls for this?
Left click is primary attack with that gauntlet. Right click is primary attack with the other gauntlet. Q and E are the secondaries thereof. WAD's moves. R is your rune. Space is jump.
Okay.
Playing squad.
Why not?
Yep.
Bring other people down to my level.
It's not his account. He doesn't worry about it. I mean, use the restroom.
There's a distinct lack of muscles.
What's that?
There's a distinct lack of muscles, unfortunately.
Well, none of these are muscle wizards.
Exactly the problem.
They're all filthy traditionalist wizards. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a wizard magic gauntlets for those spells. Kind of real wizard needs a foci.
A lot of them.
Pshaw. None of them are real wizards. They're just pretenders to the arcane thrones.
Hell, most of them need foci of one sort or another. I mean, buckle wizards have buckles. Muscle wizards have muscles.
There's no such thing as buckle wizards. It's buckle witches.
Yes, buckle witches is actually the neutral term. Everyone, regardless of gender, who is practicing buckle witchery is a buckle witch.
Hey, Shiv, can I have one of your tiny strongbows?
Yes.
We established this. You'd know if you'd listened to the lecture we gave.
I'm not sure if I can or not. No, I probably... Yeah, I do have that.
You have the
somewhere.
footage, you can.
I'll do this, and
So, for the audience at home,
Scholar the default is rune cooldown is less.
Buckle Witches is from our unreleased footage of them grinding Kingdom Hearts, because for some reason they recorded
We've already gone over the madness. We've already covered that.
These two together in particular are a tremendous risk when it comes to tangents that make no sense to outsiders.
No,
or
we
insiders
Changed my
as far as I'm
character
aware.
model. How dare you?
No, we just
Gonna
ground
lose
away
all the
this
advantages of the guy I was playing.
being
What, you mean the third of the bullseye you were wearing directly over your heart?
Fashion is very important for wizards.
Yeah.
Was it like a Batman thing where you're wearing magic armor underneath the bullseye?
These are all wizard fashion fails. I've yet to see a robe.
why would you wear a robe?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, capelets are in today.
You don't wear robes when you go into combat. That's your incredibly powerful wizard.
Which nobody in this game is.
Granted.
Like you're running around being bloody Merlin.
Oh, I take it back. Tom M. Riddle just killed somebody.
Oh, that's not an unsettling choice.
Tom M. Riddle's on a fucking murder spree.
Oh no! Who could have foreseen this?
Killing all of the
I'm
half-bloods.
Shift is sprint, by the way.
Time to
Guess
go.
it wasn't obvious.
Oh no!
Never gonna catch me.
Also, technically, they're all artificers. 'cause
You're
they're using
wasting your
artifacts.
time.
Yeah.
Not even real wizards.
I mean, by default, they throw the purple bolts. They have some magic.
A wizard knows magic missile. Oh, what a shock.
Yeah, they're like level 1 wizards, man. They just find artifacts of great power.
It's not magic missile. Magic missile.
They're
automatically
shitty
hits its
level
target.
1 wizards. That's not color spray.
But we've given them a bunch of magic items because they can use them. We're basically training a wizard army. Just really low investment early on. You know how hard and long it takes to train a full wizard?
If anything, I think you're training more of a wizard militia. Is this Wizard Waco?
I want to drink those health potions, by the way.
Wind gauntlet.
Judging by all these ruins here, is this place really well upkept?
Well, as upkept as a battlefield it usually is.
I don't know if I trust.
So the other thing, by the way, is that potions don't do exactly our pots.
Yeah, their heals over time. Gradually get your health back.
So it's again a strategy thing of like you can't just like pop it to the side, chug a big potion, and have a massive health back. It does take some time. And the rate does not differ between small and large potions. It's just that the large potions last for like 10 seconds and the small ones for 4, I think.
I see.
Again, all this stuff is somewhat subject to change. This is all still alpha. They still adjust the numbers a lot. Very early on in one of the earlier alpha stages, health potions did actually just give you a chunk of health back when you chugged them, and it made it damn near impossible to kill anybody who had health potions.
What's the button for runes again?
R.
R. Okay.
At the moment, I don't believe there's controller support in this game. I do think it is a planned addition, but
That makes the B key come up when you have the skills.
yep.
So,
With roots. I have.
Rare Stone Gauntlet.
my Finity Gauntlet. So this is one stone. Pumps.
Yeah. My favorites are the Stone and Wind Gauntlets. Wind, if nothing else, then for honestly having probably my favorite secondary attack in the game. But
The Twister.
The Twister.
it is remarkably effective, especially because it does actually draw people in.
Does it actually fire off where you're pointing, or does it have like a aiming reticle?
If you hold down the secondary attack button, it will give you like aiming stuff. Each one kind of has different things.
Beep.
Oop.
Oh, boop. Nothing I won't do. It's fine. Everything's fine. Wizard! Woo!
Do you have a room?
I do. So,
Nine potions.
can't move.
Need stuff to pour.
He's stuck to floor.
I think that's just the keyboard disconnect issue going on again.
Yep.
Oh,
And people.
or in fact, people.
And he exploded. Just like we predicted.
10 EXP. A good suit actually defeating people gives more EXP. You may find this out by the end of the night. I would not bet on this.
It is somewhat time-based, and also, I believe killing people does give you more XP.
Right.
Again, nothing I ever paid too much attention to, because they keep resetting it during alpha, so
Ah.
not super concerned with it. Although, from this point on, alpha stuff may be different. They may not do it nearly as much, just because now it's open. Like, not open as in open alpha, but more like it's out there. So people will be streaming it and stuff like that, so they'll probably want to show off more of the later features that have been developed.
Yeah.
I presume that the like skills you get from different trees level up since they all say level 1.
Yes. Yeah, every time you get skill points, it basically chooses from a random pool of the skills available to the classes you've taken, and if the one you already have comes up again, it'll be the next level up.
Want to poison people.
So in general, my only real issue with the elemental-based classes is that a lot of their abilities are very contingent on you finding a gauntlet of that particular element.
Falling Extinguishers reminds me of Morrowind 3. Discovered boots that will allow me to leap high into the air. There's no downside.
So gauntlet, gauntlet, and gauntlet.
Flame gauntlet. There we go. A flame gauntlet and a not flame gauntlet.
Wind?
Yes, I believe that is
Wind and flame.
Yep. Now all we need is earth, or so we can't.
Earth, wind, and fire. Back to the Shire.
You probably want to go ahead and drink those armor potions.
How can I switch?
Hold down F.
Which ones it replace?
Usually whichever one is lower quality, but if they're both the same quality, it just kind of chooses at random.
Okay.
I think it prioritizes your first hand. So in this case, it would be the Flame Gauntlet, since that's the first one you picked up.
And more gauntlets.
And Boots of the Cat.
Ah. Just let you do a thing. Or do a thing.
Tab is for inventory if you want to check what those do. I do not recall Cat off the top of my head. Jump velocity is high, 35%. You do have your Stone Gauntlet in there. You can drag it out and drop it if you want, or drag it on to replace a thing.
How do I get out of the fucking
Escape.
inventory?
There we go. And the rest of your party is over that way.
All right, squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So walk towards them at an angle.
I mean, if you don't see the indicators, it means you're heading towards them.
And possibly certain doom.
Ah, a puddle. Either a wizard or a dog that isn't house trained has been near here.
Ooh, purple.
In fact.
Purple stone.
Okay, did replace that one.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible it's also a wizard that isn't
There's also an
house-trained.
amulet there.
That is true according to J.K. Rowling. Long may she forever reign to screw up her own franchises.
She already made her money. The fuck does she care?
Exactly.
But you can make more money.
No, she can't. We're out.
What's that?
Ne'er-do-wells.
Move. Fucking.
Teamwork.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm good.
Might not be the best keyboard and mouse to do Battle Royale with.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or switch over to the controller.
There is not
Doesn't
currently
have
controller
controller
port, like I said 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I have enough issue not being great at Battle Royale. I don't need the keyboard actively working against me.
We'll compromise. You handle the mouse and Jock will handle the keyboard.
Master Blaster. Maximized Master Blaster.
I don't know. This isn't Cho'Gall.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that game if it is ending.
What's that?
I'm gonna miss that game if it is ending.
Doesn't sound like it's ending. Still putting out Heroes for it.
Well, I mean, when Blizzard inevitably collapses under the weight of its own terrible decisions.
They already laid off like 800 people today.
Well, Activision laid off 800 people, some of
Yeah.
which include Blizzard. But 800 people from Blizzard. Yes, Activision somehow managed to have their highest profits yet, but still managed to be required to lay off 800 people.
Yep.
For 8% of their entire staff.
Oh, we can't play this offline? The easiest battle royale ever.
I win!
I mean, we could do practice.
You've come in second. How?
Lord, that's bad.
On the bright side, if Blizzard goes out of business, it's a lot of real estate up in Orange County somewhere. I forget exactly which of the cities that no one knows the name of. Because they're not Anaheim.
What we're gonna do?
I guess Blizzard's gonna be fine. They're gonna put out a Chinese mobile game Diablo clone, make tons of money that way.
Yep.
Yes, but they realize they don't need anywhere near the staff to actually do that.
Yes, Blizzard don't want to be gone.
I'm doing this because I like you. I'm bad at feelings.
Go to the beach!
Quick, into the ocean.
I don't know if you can actually run into the ocean. They finally let you actually run out into the water.
Literally run out in the water.
It doesn't desync you? Can you spawn in the water? No.
No.
You'll spawn where we let you spawn.
I found a way to make cotton candy from my head.
There's so much of it. You missed.
It's fine. There's only going to be about 1 billion dudes up there anyways, so... I'm just going to go this way.
In fairness, Blizzard at this point, much like a lot of the companies you knew and loved from your childhood, is a ship of Theseus.
Yep.
Effectively composed of different employees than the people who made everything you know and love.
Yep.
I don't know. I enjoy Hearthstone. It's still the same people, not Hearthstone, Heroes. It's still the same people who made Heroes.
True, that's a new enough game.
Heroes of the Sperm.
Now, the guy who made Lost Vikings, on the other hand, I have no idea who that is. Or
It's
what he's
okay, it's
doing.
not like they were planning on making another one anytime anyways.
Nope.
Right.
We put them in Heroes of the Storm. What more do you want from us?
Lost
Another
Vikings 3.
game. Look over there. Is that a Diablo 4
Pretty good.
rumor?
Okay, stone. Cool.
Is that Diablo 4 is taking place in World War II?
It's a good one. And Legendary Frost Gauntlet. since they have a system wherein you have these different classes, but some of them are clearly based on certain weapon types, they should let you choose like a common,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a single common.
like a single common gauntlet to start with. So if like you want to do fire, you start with a fire
Yep.
common
Yeah, that-
gauntlet.
Yeah, that wouldn't be unreasonable.
Or at the very least, like if you choose one of those.
Yeah. Well, they could actually do each thing has a starting thing. So like
Yeah.
maybe one starts with common boots, one starts with common amulet, one starts with the scholar, which has the rune cooldown, starts the common rune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So start with some very basic items, effectively.
Yes. Start with like a common rarity item of the type that's relevant to the class. So just like I really want to do frost, but if I don't never find a frost gauntlet, it's any good.
Yeah.
Someone died over here.
Yeah, no
Yep.
shit.
And a lot of stuff got left.
Behemoth boots.
So those make you immune to stuns from electricity, poison puddles, and you no longer slip on ice.
Epic wind gauntlet.
Crowd control reduction boots.
Big stumpy boots.
That's a legendary frost gauntlet.
So you've been using the frost gauntlets too much. I'm afraid you're going to lose your hand to frostbite.
All your team is actually around you. I feel like you're being carried by better players at the moment.
That's how it always is in Battle Royale.
Yep.
Unless we're playing as a group, in which case we all suck, so nobody's carrying anyone.
Good ones. A legendary belt. Oh, that's a legendary gauntlet.
Yeah, the epic wind gauntlet and a legendary lightning gauntlet.
Yeah.
But I don't like lightning, so it's all theirs.
Lightning. Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
No, no, you will die.
And here 4 people dancing around a crossroads.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Blusa experience.
Could be.
I want to get their soul.
Well, I wasn't using it.
That'll
But
do.
this is a big game. Ah. They found something to kill.
No, they've been firing off their weapons randomly anyways.
We're wizards. We're wizards. Hollow Bastion.
Frozen gas cloud?
Yep.
Oh.
That's neat. And no waste of resources.
Elective. Kick his ass.
all up to that one person?
No, there's two people.
No, there's 2 people alive.
Oh,
We're
there's
just
2
not
alive.
bothering to come get
Okay.
us.
It's all up to that one person.
So with a sliver of health, there's at least
Yeah.
a couple enemies around.
Yep. Want to give it a try, Krampus?
Yeah, sure. Try.
Come be the wizard you always wanted to be.
Since you play Battle Royales as well.
The other problem attempting to play this on a couch.
Yes, a TV tray would probably help a little bit.
Yeah.
One of these days we'll get TV trays. That ancient foreign technology.
I mean, I play games on my bed, so whatever.
We've perfectly preserved these ruins. We blew it up in just the right amount.
These rooms seem to be purpose-built for Battle Royale and nothing else.
I choose to believe this is an area designed specifically for, like, wizard training.
And
Ah, pyromancer. A mancer of fire.
wait,
I have some experience with
right in the
this.
face.
What, pyromancy?
Yes.
These ones don't come from a swamp.
Fine then.
Whee! Okay.
So you want to ignore pyromancy altogether and go into dark sorcery, which uses the exact same stats.
So those little X's showing up on the map are your teammates actually indicating a place, so you might want to actually, like, spawn
Yep.
near where they're indicating.
Ah, I don't want to do such a thing.
Coordination.
It won't matter.
Whee!
And superhero landing on a roof.
Really hard on the knees.
On like a single roof tile.
A very, very enduring roof tile.
I got lightning and
Stone.
earth. Got it.
Lightning and stone. These combine together to make nothing. That
Lightning rock.
actually kind of cancels itself out.
Electric guitar. It's the most metal of elements.
No, the stone gauntlet could also include, like, raw other minerals and such.
Nope, just stone.
I mean, clearly it has to include something else. Its ultimate is throwing an explosive.
Stone is actually pretty nondescript when it comes to what it is. I mean, are we talking like igneous rock, some sort,
Big rock.
What rock explodes when you throw it as a ball?
marble of some sort, lime? I've exhausted my entire knowledge of stones, by the way. Just incredibly tiny knowledge of stones.
There also could, like, precious stones. Like, could it be a gauntlet that shoots diamonds at people?
And those are the cheap ones.
Honus Wagner card gauntlet.
Behold, my sapphire gauntlet. Because it's blue? No, because it shoots sapphires. Ow!
So you probably want to drink those armor potions, by the way.
Yep.
It's a lightning.
Yeah, lightning poison cloud.
I quite like the concept of freezing someone inside of a poison cloud, though, since you can apparently freeze a poison cloud.
Yep. Your teammates are apparently shooting each other.
Yep.
Yeah, they can't hurt each other. It's fine.
Come, my wizard brethren.
Maybe they're making it sound like there's a fight to scare off other people from coming. The most
That's
convoluted.
not how battle royale games work.
It depends how you play. If you try and avoid fights, then
Yes, but plenty enough people don't. So
This
that
is true.
making it sound like a fight is not a great tactic for keeping people away from your area.
no.
Actually,
People who are good don't.
Yes. Which makes it even worse of an idea to make it sound like there's a fight in order to keep people away from your
It's
area.
not true. You could have people who aren't good near you. That becomes a numbers game. How many good people do you think are playing compared to not good people?
Wizards, no sense of left and right.
Nope.
What was this third-person platforming this week?
Penetrable belt.
Yes. Oh, circle. Time to go.
Oh yeah, it is closing on you.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ow. Wow, that thing is fast.
Yep.
Yep, it usually is.
Yes, not all games can be the best circle.
So for reference, that's only doing health damage.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, Circle does not give a shit about armor.
Nope.
Which is also why if you take that ability out of Stoneshaper, you become real cognizant of where the circle is.
Yep.
It doesn't do that much damage at this point.
Does one per tick, and if you have 10 health,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Charge.
if you actually had a flame gauntlet, that would matter.
Yep.
Mighty grab.
I
The
can
one where
set
he can
enemies
set people
on
on
fire.
fire.
Ah.
Except he doesn't have a flame gauntlet. So that ability is useless at the moment.
Whee!
I've arrived in style.
Fantastic twirl jump there, so.
Chest over there.
Stone, belt, earth, and wind, and frost. There's over. One.
Your armor's already full, actually. But
Yeah.
Is it?
yes,
Yes.
Off of small armor potions, you can only get up to 75.
Circle closing, and it is. Well, that's not the circle.
No, that's.
Aha. Bisies.
May want to drink.
Yep.
Wizard needs healing badly.
Wizard need food badly. Red wizard is about to die.
By red, do you mean the one wearing red, the one whose symbol is red, or the one who is literally on fire?
All of them. I'd drink your armor potion as well, since you blew through all your armor.
Yeah. Ah, behold, the numbers shall protect you.
Of course, numerology is type of magic.
It is, but I've seen what it takes to cast that. I mean,
Calculating the numerical root of every spell you have based on its name through a number system. Rolling a bunch of dice and trying to come up with a specific number based on applying simple arithmetic to all the numbers you rolled. Doing earth damage.
I prefer doing air damage, thank you very much.
these and other things when you don't have anyone proofread.
What do you mean air's not a damage type?
If one of you so much as says the word hypotenuse, I'm going to shove these dice up your nose.
You may want to get the fuck away from that wall.
Yeah, considering...
Like 30 seconds before it starts moving.
Well, yes, but he's right on it, and it moves very quickly, so...
Technically speaking, its rate of movement will vary depending on where the circle it's closing to is within it, but...
No.
I mean, by definition it does. It closes goes down the same size circle. If you have like 5 feet on one end and 100 feet on another, it's going to close faster on the 100-foot side than the 5-foot side.
I don't think this one does, actually. I think it moves at a solid speed until it hits the barrier,
That would
no
be
matter where it comes from.
Definitely different.
What are they find on the other side of the barrier? No, there's actual people.
No, the barrier's closing.
Yeah, the barrier is closed. Weldy is running towards it for some reason.
He's trying to save them.
They seem to have saved themselves.
Good. Made it to the final 10. I have done like 5 damage total in this game.
Fine.
You gain skills.
Mouse.
Yes, you still do not have a flame gauntlet, so...
Common toxic. Ah, chug party.
And then there's a bunch of secondaries in there, killing all of them in one go.
Up. There we go. Gee, I hope that doesn't happen at an inconvenient time.
Yeah. Yeah, awful for your keyboard stop working in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah, it would. I'd be quite irate. Maybe even cross.
You are half the people alive.
Yep. Whoop. Yes!
Oh.
But I was dead. Now I'm dead.
Circle is closing. Well, you have that one teammate. He'll carry you.
Not against these other young adult novel wizards.
Come on, red guy. You have faith in you?
Well, it's still alive. Now he's dead.
Yes.
Yep.
32.
Yay.
Best for the night.
You got experience points.
Call me Confabulon. Master Wizard. Alright.
Your goal for this match is to kill one man.
Oh, I mean,
One man, sir? Any type of man,
One
sir?
man's.
One-
please.
One man of any mana type.
Indeed.
Is that a man type or mana type?
Mana type.
Okay. All the mana types of man, including man, 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 and man.
Yes.
I want to pick your classes.
Oh yes.
As opposed to composite people like lizard mans, which are part 1 man mana and 1 lizard mana.
So we're continuing to bank on elemental classes, hoping we get the correct elemental gauntlet.
Yes.
I mean, technically, the skills of the toxic one has stuff that doesn't key off exclusively toxic.
Yes, but you also don't necessarily get to choose which skills you get. They come up at random, so it's a decent chance that the ones that do key off of toxic will come up.
If you pick 2 elements, it's like a 2
to
and
your
5
people right
chance.
there by that.
Bravo.
No, left there.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Poof.
That's all your people are there.
Yep.
Offense, my eyes ain't the best, and it's hard to see those marks on this TV.
By the time you get there, they're all dead.
Wizards, holder of the copyright for the superhero landing.
It's murder on the knees.
Murder on everything. It's actually not very good.
If you're a superhero. Superheroes don't need to worry about things like joints.
Or physics.
Or physics. Superheroes.
They have a tenuous relationship with the laws of physics at best.
Look, I made a personal suit of armor capable of keeping up with fighter jets.
Okay, good. By choosing that elemental class, I have decided what gauntlets I will not
tiny
get.
missiles.
Oh, what?
Your idea of what it is not a proper landing no longer applies to me. Get him. Get the mans.
Damn it.
You failed your quest.
What was that triangle, man?
Blink, 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 blink. Well, hopefully Circle can carry you in the next, 10 seconds. Nope.
Yep. It's probably the right call.
Your life is definitely more valuable, or their life is definitely more valuable than yours.
Oh no, they were picking up the loot.
Ah.
No, they were getting the other guy.
Oh. I thought he died.
The first one did. The third one did not. 2 of your other teammates were dead next to you.
Was that one person killing all 4 of you?
No, that was at least 2 people there.
Yeah.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Look, Mackie, I'll freely admit that I'm not good at battle royales. Even if there had been one person killing all 4 of us, I would probably have admitted that. I am just stating a fact. There were at least 2 people there.
This continues to remind me of my desire for a mouse and controller setup that somehow works.
You have a mouse and controller setup?
Yes. So you actually have an analog stick for movement, but a mouse for looking around and shooting.
I don't see why you can't do this.
It's kind of awkward to hold a full-size controller in one hand.
That's why I bought one of the motion pluses for the PS3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it was basically what I was thinking was about the equivalent of basically a Wiimote nunchuck.
There's another wizard there.
Yep.
So if one of the
See
shop
his
items
cotton
isn't
candy?
replacing these sparkles with confetti, they should be.
So there's enough actual cotton candy. There's streams of cotton candy all over the ground after that.
Whee! That's fiberglass insulation, boy. You're going to die.
It'll tear up your insides. Are you not going to open that chest?
That's
That's
Oh,
not
that's
just
not
a
just
torch.
Brader.
Silence, wizard.
Skill. You want the
That's a
plus?
different person. Shoot them.
Full of experience. Damn you, young adult wizards!
Okay.
Anyone else want to?
Look at that guy looting that chest.
Yeah.
Looting all that
Swap
stuff.
back in for
Yep.
a couple rounds here. Just
Why'd you fight?
So as you can see, we're grinding experience.
Well, look, I thought love was going to bloom. A romance between contestants. We fight the class warfare. It's,
Love does not bloom.
I'm sure once my body starts decomposing, some kind of flower will bloom out of it. Just stare at
You don't
it.
even leave
I should fight! Oh, wizard fight!
What body? You don't leave behind a body. You explode into light.
Yeah, I like flowers.
Yeah, you get exiled.
Well,
That's what it's actually called, by the
Nope.
way. When you get defeated here, is you are exiled, which I'm not sure what the implications of that are. This game doesn't actually have written
That means
lore
this was
yet.
dubbed by 4 kids.
you can actually
We've been exiled to the Shadow Realm.
the purple realm.
No, we just get a saw blade off your legs. Enjoy, Yugi boy.
And yes, you explode and there's a chunk of light. However, all the meat is
Wow,
somewhere
that's quite
else.
the match starting countdown timer.
Yep.
Right.
It's fine, we get to make our choice nice and quick. Nice and slow. Take your time.
What the hell is Zealot?
When you're up below 35 HP, increase damage by 25%, sprint speed by 20%. Every 3 seconds, gain 3 armor, but lose 2 health. Stops at max armor or 5 or less health. It's
Ah.
danger mode, effectively.
Danger mode.
Now to dick around.
You got time for it.
And to 2 minutes.
Check this out. That's one of the fun things with the actual wind class is the default ability is you're just immune to whirlwinds and they just launch you. Yours and other people's.
Take that, tree. Yeah, we're still in spawn mode, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, so now to try and land directly on your teammate.
No, fuck that, and landed directly on this.
Well, finally, we can be strategic.
Bam. Into the wall.
You and half a dozen other people.
As you can see, we're trying to set a speedrunning record.
Yep.
I think we're almost done it. We've almost done it. We're like 17 seconds away.
Look, don't doubt the power of Nickelodeon Yak. And touch the orbs. Touch the orbs. Yes.
Balls are touching.
They're pulsating.
Look, he's trying to get away.
Oh, one
Aha! There, the 80% speedrun record.
Beat that. Immediately land in the ocean.
speedrunner for Fallout 76. You start the game, and then it crashes and uninstalls itself.
No, it crashed itself and deletes the uninstaller, but the files are still there. You have to delete them manually. However long it takes to delete them is the speedrun record. Oh, that game just never stops giving. Yes, thank you, Ominous Music. That was a good time. Fallout 76. Fish starts swimming around in the bowl. He did the quadruple take there. Like, oh, another wizard! I didn't expect you here. I didn't expect another wizard.
Wee. Wee.
Oh, minimap.
Did you just notice that there was a mini-map?
Yes. I've been trained to ignore HUDs.
By who? Who did this to you?
I'm trained to ignore this useful information and put in the game for me.
See all this information that can help you win the game? Don't look at it. It's lying to you. If you look at it, your dog will die.
Wizards cannot be trusted with such power.
Yes, you make a wizard simulator and all the HUD information is wrong. Don't trust your senses, boy. They'll betray you. Oh, wizard. By my beard and broken simulation physics. Flame go.
Belt of Runic Fury.
Fluency.
Some boots.
Yep, so that belt increase max rune charges by 2 and decrease rune cooldown by 20%.
Oh, nice.
So that flight rune I have,
Ah. So it actually gains
You have
3
charges.
charges. The wall to walk up.
do you fucking mind?
There seems to be a lot of just haphazardly throwing off spells in this game.
Well, I'm going to guess there's a decent amount of new people.
I mean, it's an alpha, so we're all kind of new people to a certain extent.
Sure enough.
Welcome to the Broken Hall of Wizards.
It's not like a game where it just hit the store and a bunch of people who haven't played before are playing it.
Yeah, closed alpha. Hence why there's only like 40 people per match.
You suck.
Oh, triangle. Triangle man.
Triangle Man, Triangle Man.
Belts of They Mighty Giants.
It's all up to you, Diamond Guy. Diamond Guy did persevere,
Yep.
but everyone else on his team is dead.
Their buddies were stronger than yours.
I mean, to be fair, one of those dudes had like 4 legendaries.
Yep.
So. My strongest was an uncommon.
I mean, a common beats legendary in some world. Not this one.
I'm sure in things like Magic, uncommons be legendary sometimes, or mythic sometimes.
Well, yes, that's because Wizards of the Coast doesn't know how to design their own game.
Or they.
This is a mythic rare. Yeah, it's also fucking terrible. Why would anyone want that?
Because you need to put those into so the chase rares become much more valuable.
That's true. They can't have every mythic be good.
Exactly. You have to have a bunch of shitty mythics, so those filter into the regular pool that would be mythic cards inside your packs. So you get shitty cards rather than good cards. That way they drive up the price on the chase rares, so they can actually just print sheets of those and release them and sell them on the secondary market themselves.
They don't do that because they don't need to, because the people buying packs obsessively for the chase rares
Exactly.
is actually more valuable to them.
But you do both.
Especially when you're charging $14 a pack.
I got a mauve rare.
Law of Emerald. Got a citrine lotus.
Yeah, sometimes I think the TCG models should just fucking die. Both digital and otherwise.
At least the good digital ones give you a way to minimize the amount of money you actually have to spend on it, like Eternal and Hearthstone. You certainly can spend money on them.
Even still.
I mean, especially Eternal, just, hey, if you get into a draft, all these cards are yours.
Well, that's how it
That's
is
how
in any.
draft works in games. It's just Hearthstone doesn't have draft.
Yeah, that's that. Well, I'm talking specifically on the digital side. I don't have a lot of experience with it.
I mean, if you go
I
to,
have a lot of
if you go to a non-digital draft format, you still keep all the cards you draft.
I still have
There is no
Not always.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have a lot of experience with CCGs, just not any of the ones people actually played. I played the Star Trek: The Next Generation one.
Oh yeah, that existed.
That was actually a pretty cool idea for a game. It had its flaws, but I liked it.
There were a lot of interesting ideas for CCGs that came out in general during the CCG boom.
Yeah, like
Oh.
SimCity.
Yes, like SimCity.
Yeah.
Somewhere there was a rules for a card game.
There was a card game.
I mean, heck, there's a Transformers one out now.
But no, the Middle Earth card game before Lord of the Rings movies was actually fairly interesting and only got ridiculously complicated towards like the middle. Minions is a mechanic that me and no one else I know could actually play. And not well.
And right into the ocean.
I mean, TCGs basically suffer from the same syndrome as tabletop miniatures games or MMOs in the sense that the one that everyone is playing is the one that's going to be successful and fuck the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
But at least in a tabletop role or like a tabletop Matrix game, I know what I'm buying.
Yes.
I'm going to buy chase boxes to try and get Space Marines.
Yet.
Don't give Games Workshop.
Oh
ideas.
God, please don't give them that idea.
Buy these drop
Damn it.
pods that could have anything.
Josh, we're going to need to delete this entire thing and pretend it never existed now.
Oh, don't worry. This can't go up on YouTube. We started with Queen.
I have a beautiful plan. I got my new box. What did I get? I have a Hormigaunt, 2 Termagants,
Did you buy a Space Marine box?
an Orc Shooter Boy, and half a Rhino.
I love the half a rhino.
Yeah, no, all the vehicles are sold in
Well, of
pieces.
course, you're not gonna get a whole vehicle in the booster.
I got a spur for a drop pod. The same spur 12 times over.
Well, yeah, that's the common drop pod spur. You want the rare drop pod sprue.
I got a holographic. It's painted. Oh, I got a shader. It's one of the paints.
Some earth shade.
There's some some shaders, some decals. A coupon for X off of your next drop pod.
Oh, I got a mythic. Awesome! It's a small part of Angron's model.
Well, this was technically a squads game.
You and one other person?
Nope, he's dead.
Yeah.
He did.
Well,
I got this rare. It's supposed to be Abaddon, but it looks like it's missing its arms.
no, that's right.
I both love and hate the idea of a tabletop booster game.
Well, tabletop booster game did exist. Now that you mention it, because that's what HeroClix was basically.
Tabletop blind booster.
Yeah.
But I mean, like a full 40K level
Yeah.
tabletop game of blind boosters.
I think the second they do blind boosters is
Just for the fucking madness of it.
I think it will be amusing for 30 seconds, and then they will be literally rated with people with torches and pitchforks at that point.
Oh no, it can't reasonably ever work as a model. Just conceptually, it's stupid as shit.
Yes.
Right, so I know we didn't make as a game.
Not that.
Absolutely that.
Even better, seasonal mod pack or seasonal drop pack.
Well, of course we'll have seasonal drop packs.
Seasonal nothing. Regional.
Both.
Yes.
I like
We
it.
don't tell people they're regional, but only certain regions get certain ones. I have traveled long and far across this continent. Give me a Space Marine.
Well, here's your booster pack. Good luck.
So what we have is, as an ultra rare in that booster
Fuck.
pack, we have a piece of the Emperor in each region. All 100 of them.
If you gather all the pieces of the Emperor together, then you can feel the Emperor in combat.
Ah, ex-holy one, obliterate. If you assemble the Emperor, you win.
And if anyone assembles the Emperor, we'll have an ongoing lore campaign that will totally affect this lore campaign if they won't.
Of course. We'll tell them it will, but... go
We got that whole thing
leave.
written like a year ago, man.
I'll say they were actually very good at picking the losing side to be the winner.
Exceedingly good at picking the losing side to be the winner. It's almost like they'd already planned what they were going to do, and then just got to ignore the results.
Like they were hoping that the results would align with the lore they'd already written or something. And they were completely baffled by the fact that the game doesn't work how they think it does. At all. You know. Like Blood Bowl. That hilarious story.
Game works however we say it does, and when it doesn't, it still does.
I mean, like how they released a official Goblin team pack with no cheats.
No, even before that. Like, way back several editions of Blood Bowl ago, they basically played an insular league, and that was how they did all of their testing.
Yep.
Then when they got one person who had actually played the game from outside, they were completely surprised that people fouled a lot.
Yeah.
Especially would take the skill that added damage or added to armor and injury when fouling, which was really, really good.
You weren't expecting other people to punch Steve in the face.
We may have goofed. I think, is there a thing in the drop
Okay,
down?
so I would like to note that despite losing my entire squad, I'm almost in top 10.
Fantastic.
Have you fought anyone yet?
Nope. I have an invisibility rune, motherfucker. I ain't fighting anybody.
Yes. Cromulus. Victory by default.
The last person somehow kills himself? Slash squad? Because I'm pretty sure those...
I mean, they could end up outside the ring.
Yeah.
Cromulus is a bad boy, but he also has a tortured soul inside.
So that circle on the mini-map is where the ring is going?
The white circle is where the next ring is going to. There will be a blue one that is the advancing ring.
He just needs the heart of Schwanda to thaw his icy soul. Schwanda is secretly royalty.
Built in the scrap.
Where's the belt of the scribe to honor his dead father?
Ah, stealth. Somebody died.
You're now officially top 10.
Oh no, I've been in finals for a while now, actually.
I think those people haven't died yet, they've just been knocked down.
Yeah.
The player count on the right hasn't gone down. Now someone has actually died.
Six.
Well, your top three.
Yep.
You're likely in a 2-on-1 situation at this point.
Yes. Two who are also probably very confused.
The same hilly tree where Cromulus and Schwanda first made out.
Well, that's a good hill to die on. Well, they're over there.
They are.
Looks like they are also competing wizards.
Looks like they are also competing wizards.
Other than that, they're trying to fool you into not attacking.
No, they're competing wizards.
Okay.
Alright, it's you and one other guy.
Yep.
There he is.
It's right there.
Can't see him. Where the fuck is he? Yeah. Still. All right. I think we're going to call it there because we ain't going to do better than that.
Nope.
So that's Spellbreak. It's in closed alpha right now. It's going to be progressing probably decently quickly from here. hopefully. So keep an eye out for it if it looks interesting. Yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll be back on Sunday with the start of our playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep, that we will.
That'll be round 2-ish Pacific, and then we'll be back next week on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific-ish. And I think Vince is going to be playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze at that point.
Yes.
So once again, I've been Bograt or Josh.
I've been Shiv, still a powerful wizard.
I've been the Krampus, invisible in the bushes over there till the end circle.
And I've been Vincent. I will be casting spells at your local kindergarten.
All right, have a good one, everyone.
Oh, hexing children.